Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. Alright, if you're subscribed to my Instagrams, I'll be doing an extended magic moon message on there. And for those of you who are on YouTube, I'm gonna figure a way to upload that on there too, so you guys don't feel left out as well. If you're watching this exclusively on YouTube, I have a 99 cent a month exclusive Instagram personal magician service. So I will do extended. So for example, I'm going to do Moon in Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, the next phase, on a live right now today, just to go in more on breaking down what this is for each sign. Anyway, once again, that's being said, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll find a way to upload that or to incorporate that. But other than that, for now, exclusive magic moon messages are on the Instagram personal service. And outside of that, Moon in Aries, baby. I wanted to say bitch. Moon in Aries, bitch, because I appreciate Aries' vulgarity. If you think about the individuality of Aries, the individuality of Cancer, the social nature of Libra, and then the collective nature of Capricorn. The reason why we need to have authority and laws and order with Capricorn is to mitigate the balance that Libra, representing fairness and balance, bestows and expresses. Let's break the science of this down. I, as an individual, represent Aries. You, as an individual, also represent Aries. You and I connecting represent Libra. I have individual actions that may potentially clash with your individual actions. And how do we know? Because in between Aries and Libra is Cancer. The emotions that now, with that foundation, give us a footing to care about each other, right? But of course, our emotions aren't necessarily always going to mesh and mix. And this is where Libra now represents agreement. As long as you and I interact together, we have agreements so that we can be fair together. We're going to have to compromise together. This is why the 7th house is a house of open enemies, because in the case where you can't compromise, these are going to be people open criticizing you, okay? So with that being said, that's why Libra is more war than it is peace. Libras are more lords of war than they are peace. If you think about how socially graceful they can be and tactful, this actually lends more towards making ultimatums and all sorts of other negotiations. But regardless, it's on each scale, okay? So if I break our agreement, we have to settle it with an objective collective party. We have to settle it with a collective force, Capricorn, that can enforce the laws upon our agreement. We could take our agreement to a judge, right? And this is where Capricorn looks up to Libra. So Libra represents the awareness of consciousness and fairness, to where I want to yell out and be like, I love vagina, or just say some other obscene stuff. But I have to now take into account my individuality balanced with this social environment around me, so that I don't have checks and balances against my individuality. This is where Libra can be vulgar, but it's going to be more vulgar in a classy way. In fact, it's not going to be vulgar. It's going to be classy. Whereas Aries, the individuality with Cancer, you in your home, right? Cancer is you in your home, in your pajamas and sweats, versus Capricorn in a suit at work. They're opposite, right? Me by myself talking about, wow, that stupid ass bitch, her breath smells so much, I hate her. Versus with Libra, hey, do you want to have some gum? Because you kind of need some gum. You see the difference? So there we go. Sagittarius is wild as all hell. And now you have the most vulgar, raw sign Aries with the wildest whoop my dick out and send 20 dick pics and hopefully 5 come back Sagittarius. Sagittarius is wild like that. So you have original ascension. You are understanding the full expression, fifth house of the Sag Sun, of your identity, moon in Aries, as the understanding of the full expression of who you are will give you more insight into this ascended character you are stepping into this ascended perspective of yourself, that with the moon in Aries, you'll gain more understanding of. Because every moon in Aries we've had, especially 2022 with Jupiter in Aries, has been very pivotal in light of expanding the understanding of how to see yourself. Certain aspects of who you are divinely and physically help you shed more layers in alignment to understanding your identity. Now, the Sag season portion of this is giving you this understanding with the highest level of ascended awareness so that you can see this understanding. It's actually super fun because you're gonna feel more like yourself than ever and see greater evidence outside of yourself. The first time we did this mainly was in Gemini season, and it was a lot more individual. Then Aries season, we transformed our understanding of ourselves because we started to experience a social change in behavior and how people see us. And now this is breaking this through. Battleborn Steel, baby. This is breaking this through with Sagittarius, off the fly, Magic off the fly. Yours truly from Magic Mike. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot more of the higher meaning of who you're becoming, and there's a gusto and there's a swag, and with Chiron there's a vulgarity where you want to let out a few bitches and asses and suck my dicks and just really allow yourself to express freely in the sense where you are not inhibiting the raw expression of your spirit. The full fifth house expression after the moon in Pisces started to change your perspective around your reality as a doper version of you is coming through. Now this new phone, now that you've downloaded all the software and you have effectively stepped into this doper version of yourself, Moon in Aries is helping you understand all the dope ass shit you could do in this new version. What's the dopest thing that I could do? What's my max? You're gonna really feel into that. And this is going to give you such an amazing love of self as you feel into all the awesome qualities of who you are. Some of you are really going to fully personify and identify your existence as an embodiment of Aphrodite or beauty. Some of you are vessels of true beauty. And like, it's one thing to have always kind of had an idea of that. It's another thing to ascend your understanding into breaking through how you live that. Because once the moon is in Taurus, you're going to take this understanding of the higher nature of who you are, this doper version of who you are, and you're going to literally understand how to create this for real. You're gonna be like, okay, I could do this in my real life tied to this. I can manifest this real. All right, like the moon in Taurus is gonna be, in my opinion, I'm an Earth moon, Capricorn moon. It's gonna be one of my favorite transits because it's gonna take this vision of your higher self and it's gonna make it real. And so the step before making it real is this moon in Aries, where you fundamentally break through this passionate, vulgar, raw, original understanding of who your super and ascended self is and how to really feel about who you are. Because a lot of you have that idea. Coming in through the last 3 years specifically was breaking you out of the disbelief of the divine nature of yourself. And now you have more of an idea of it. It's in your aura. It's something that is not a dream. But now you're taking it from being an idea into it being more real than ever. Tangible. Something that you're innovating the nature of how it's expressed, because in light of you making it real, your personality adds a DNA helix twist to everything. Okay? For infinite splendor and limitless proportion. So this is a fancy way of saying that in light of this ascended activation with the moon in Aquarius that enabled you to come into a very healthy and extraordinary knowledgeable understanding of your total abilities, Now you're getting ready to express the understanding of how talented you can express this, and not only express this, but understand who you are. Okay. Now that you've downloaded this software with this brand new phone, now the way you use this phone will kind of highlight who you are and how you have fun with it. And then the moon in Taurus will be like, okay, I can use this phone in my routine and behavior with this app. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of customizing more personally how to really step into this doper version of yourself. I think this is going to be the most fun transit of this season, because it's going to really fundamentally break you through into understanding the identity of your God self. And once we do this, this is the first of 4 Moon and Aries transits during God Squad. So the Cap Moon, the Cap Sun Aries Moon, the Aqua Sun Aries Moon, and the Pisces Sun Aries Moon will take us on higher level God tiers of understanding who we are. So the first portion of this in Sagittarius season, while Jupiter is 29 degrees direct in Pisces, this is huge, man. This is like fundamentally kicking you off of the nest. You're no longer the chick. You got to open up these wings and fly. And that's a level of vulnerability that can really make you feel like you're going to die. But you're not a coward. And spread your wings. Okay, spread your wings. Okay, spread your wings. The square that we're going to have to Aries. How you doing?
Thank you.
Appreciate you. The square that the moon is going to make to Pluto is going to challenge what the conjunction did in Capricorn when you manifested the value of the power of this vision. And now as you fully express this, the square is going to challenge how much you break through old inhibitions of what you're worth. And what does that look like? Basically, a week ago, you had to confront an extreme resistance around how valuable you feel you are versus how valuable you truly are. And so now that the moon is in Aries, you're going to be understanding the actions you are taking that uplift you beyond your old valuation. You're going to be doing things that obviously show more you're way more valuable than you felt, right? When you think you're at a 5 level value and you're taking 8 actions, it's going to have you reevaluate, oh, wow, if I'm doing 8 actions and I thought I was 5, no, that's not true at all. So something to keep in mind. And the level of courageousness and boldness that comes into vulnerably being you and accepting facets of yourself you have to really release and surrender will help you kind of aid into this more, because the most extraordinary the most unconventional innovation and integration of this is going to be with the moon in Taurus, and you're going to see like magic things just hyper manifest so fast. So make sure your self-concept and how you see yourself, visualize yourself as your sexiest, most swaggy, wild self, like raw self. What does that look like? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like? The moon will eventually be in Libra, and we will polish this to where you're around a bunch of people who connect with the super self. But for now, what does your heart push you to really create and step into? That's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to embrace. That's what you want to champion. You guys stay blessed as always. This is going to give you more direct insight into how to activate element of your superpowers and what direction to take this creative explosion of your abilities. You stay blessed as always. Godspeed. Until next time.